The story begins in a quiet, empty forest. Everything is calm, with no voices, no machines, just nature. Here, we meet Anna. She has some kind of homemade paste on her face and goes to a nearby lake to wash herself. She has been living in the forest for some time. She still has a working car, which helps her move and flee if necessary. In the back of the car, she stores canned food, her only source of meals these days. Some time ago, a deadly virus began spreading worldwide. It exterminated over half the population. And the people who didn't die, many of them turned into wild, bloodthirsty creatures, hunting any human they can find. Because of this, Anna had no choice but to run far away. She came to this forest, where she was still safe, for now. But she hasn't always been alone. Anna had a small family, her husband Jason, and their little daughter. As soon as they heard about the virus, the three packed everything and fled to the forest. It was close to home, and fortunately, Jason knew the area well. He used to camp there often and had learned how to survive in the wild. Thanks to his skills, they managed to stay alive in the early days. Jason, being smart and experienced, begins to teach Anna everything she needs to know to survive in the forest. He shows her how to hunt animals, which fruits are safe to eat, and how to use a weapon to protect herself if danger appears. He does all of this because the world around them is getting worse every day. Death is everywhere. Even animals are hard to find now. Jason is always worried. He fears that if something happens to him, Anna at least should know how to stay alive and take care of their daughter. Then, one day, something terrible happens. Their daughter falls ill. Jason decides to go to the nearest house, hoping to find some medicine and food for her. Anna stays behind, taking care of their daughter and waiting for Jason to return. Another day passes, and then night falls, yet Jason hasn't come back. Anna begins to worry. She securely locks her daughter inside the car and decides to go look for him alone. After walking for a bit, she finds Jason's body lying on the ground. The sight shocks her to the core. In his hands, he is still holding the medicine and food he had found for their daughter. Seeing this breaks Anna's heart. Even in his final moments, Jason had only one thought: his family. With tears in her eyes, Anna gently takes the supplies and performs Jason's last rites. She says goodbye with a deep pain in her heart. Soon, another challenge hits her. Their supplies begin to dwindle. There was barely any food left, and now Anna knows she must take care of everything on her own. So, she securely locks her daughter in the car once more and heads alone into the forest, searching for food to survive. Now the story returns to the present, bringing us back to the same forest where it all began. We see Anna again. She is still alive and still struggling to survive. She is walking through the forest collecting animal droppings. She is also digging around trees to find insects to eat. It isn't much, but it's all she has. In one hand, she carries a book containing information about almost every tree and plant in the world. This helps her know what she can eat and what she should avoid. She also carries a trap box to catch small animals, hoping to catch something to eat. At one point, Anna spots red berries on a tree. She picks them and starts to eat, but within moments, she starts to vomit violently. Her body becomes weak and she collapses on the ground. The berries were likely poisonous, and Anna didn't realize it in time. While lying there, tears roll down her face. She is exhausted. It's clear in her eyes that she is starting to lose hope. Living like this every day has become unbearable. For a moment, it seems she would rather die than continue suffering this way. In another moment, we see her collecting her own urine to reuse and even covering her car with a paste made from animal droppings. This is to disguise her scent and prevent the creatures wandering the forest from locating and tracking her down. It's a desperate but smart move. Anna then sits inside the car and picks up an old radio. She hears it broadcasting something in French. Unfortunately, Anna doesn't understand the language, so it doesn't help her. She also has a music player with her. Sometimes, she uses it to play songs that remind her of her daughter. The next morning, Anna checks the traps she set in the forest, but unfortunately, no animals have been caught. This leaves her very upset. Now she has only 2 days of food left. She knows she needs to act fast to survive. Her only option is to go to nearby houses searching for food. But the biggest danger there are the zombies. So, before going, Anna cuts herself a little and collects her blood in a cup. Then, to mask her scent, she covers herself with animal droppings. Holding a weapon firmly in her hand, she sets out. But one thought keeps running through her mind. She only has 4 bullets left. She must use them wisely. Anna arrives at a house and hangs her music phone inside, covering it with blood to attract the zombies. She plays the music to make noise, hoping to lure the creatures there. While they are distracted, she sneaks in through the back door, grabs as much food as she can, and tries to leave quickly. Her plan works, but just as she is escaping, her foot hits a trash can. The loud noise attracts the zombies closer to her. In panic, Anna runs as fast as she can. But as she runs, she gets snagged on the fence, and her belly is cut harshly. Blood begins to gush. The zombies smell it and pursue her even faster. To save herself, Anna dumps a bucket full of urine over herself to confuse her scent. She enters the water and quickly bandages her wound and then retreats. But when she finally gets to the car and opens her bag, her heart drops. Most of the canned food fell along the way. Only 2 remain. Without wasting time, she turns around and goes back to collect them. While crossing the road, she sees something unexpected: a wounded man on the ground and unconscious, with a young girl beside him. The girl's name is Olivia, and the man is Chris. He has a deep head wound and isn't moving. At first, Anna fears he may be infected, but after carefully checking, she sees there are no signs of the virus. He is just severely injured. Anna helps both and takes them to her camp. At first, Anna thinks Chris is Olivia's father, but Olivia gently explains that he is, in fact, her stepfather. She tells Anna how Chris and her mother were planning to get married before the virus epidemic ruined everything. Anna offers them a safe place to sleep in her car, but Olivia says she wants to stay in the tent with Chris and take care of him. Anna understands and lets them rest. The next morning, Anna wakes up and talks more with Olivia. She learns that Olivia and Chris are coming from the south and are now heading north. Later, at night, Chris finally wakes up. Olivia is beaming to see him conscious again. Her face lights up with relief. Anna gently asks Chris if they really are going north. He says yes, because he believes the virus may not have spread there. He says he hopes life can still be normal there. As Chris looks around the camp that Anna built, he then begins to speak. He says she has done a great job with the camp here, saying that someone could kill her for it. Then he asks if the car's tank is full. Anna lies, replying that the car has no gas. Hearing all this, Anna starts to feel uneasy. Something inside her stirs with doubt. Perhaps she made a mistake helping Chris. She barely knows them, and if he and Olivia end up taking everything she owns, the thought continues to creep into her mind like slow poison. But then Chris starts speaking again. He says that these days, no one helps anyone. He thanks her for helping with his injury. He says he will never forget and will always be grateful. Then he falls silent for a moment and then tells her something painful. He says that his wife was also infected and he locked her in a room. He says he could hear her screams from far away, and when he could no longer bear it, he had to end her suffering. Hearing this breaks the silence around them. Anna doesn't know what to say as the sun begins to set. Anna notices Chris and Olivia by the lake. They are laughing, playing, and having fun in the water. They seem so carefree, so happy, but instead of feeling comforted, Anna feels worse. She stays alert, watching them from afar. Something about it seems strange. The way they act doesn't seem like a father and daughter. Anna couldn't comprehend how someone could be so cheerful in a world so full of pain and death. Her heart aches. It was as if her own mourning had been completely forgotten, as if her pain didn't matter anymore. After some time, while fishing by the lake, Anna and Chris start talking again. During the conversation, Anna tells Chris to calm down and be more serious. Chris doesn't like her tone. He feels that she is being too cold. That night, he quietly asks her why she told him to calm down like that. Anna takes a deep breath and replies that it is because everyone's lives there are in danger. Anna shows she is in great pain from the loss of her loved ones. Chris listens in silence for a moment and says he understands her. The next morning, something strange begins to appear in Olivia's behavior. She keeps looking at Chris with eyes that seem filled with admiration. Clearly, she feels something for him, even if she doesn't understand it. But at the same time, she seems jealous of Anna's presence. Later, when Chris casually asks where Anna is, Olivia's jealousy turns into frustration. She suddenly explodes and then asks why they are still there, saying they should go north soon. Chris responds to the girl, saying they can't just leave without telling Anna. He says she helped them and was kind, and now she is alone there, saying that the least they can do is ask if she wants to go too. Hearing this, Olivia gets even more upset, but says nothing. That very day, Anna notices Chris quietly reserving some cans of food that she had given them. Curious, she asks why he is saving this. Chris replies that the food will help during the journey ahead. He says he doesn't know what they will find out there. Anna nods and offers him to take 2 or 4 more, but Chris shakes his head. He says she will need more than they will. He says he can't take all her food, then invites her to come with him. Anna feels touched by his words. There is something honest and kind in him that is pulling her closer. For a moment she considers it but looks away and quietly says she cannot go. This place is not just a shelter for her. It holds her memories of her husband and daughter. She feels them there. She doesn't know what awaits them in the direction they are heading. It could be safety or perhaps death, but here at least she is still alive and feels them near. As time passes, Anna becomes very close to both Olivia and Chris. They share meals, stories, and quiet moments together. However, this closeness begins to bother Olivia. She doesn't like seeing them together, and one day finally asks Chris if he cares about Anna because she reminds him of his mother. Chris gently replies that no, it's not like that. He says Anna has been living alone for a long time, going through a lot of pain. If they stay together, they can take care of each other. She needs them, and they need her too. Later, when Olivia is spending time with Anna, they begin to talk more openly. Anna starts sharing stories from her past, and in doing so, she is reminded of her own daughter. Her voice trembles a little, and we are transported back to a painful memory from the past. One day, Anna leaves her daughter safely locked in the car while she goes looking for food. She enters a nearby house and unexpectedly finds a zombie woman. Without thinking twice, Anna shoots her. The blood splatters on her clothes, but she doesn't realize the danger. In a rush to return to her crying daughter, Anna forgets to change or clean her clothes. She picks her daughter up in her arms and holds her close, trying to comfort her. But the infected zombie blood on her clothes touched the little girl, and unknowingly, she transferred the infection to her own daughter. The story then returns to the present. Olivia now is sure of her feelings. She wants to tell Chris how she feels about him, but what she doesn't know is that everything is about to change. That night, while Chris and Anna are alone in the car, Chris tries once again to convince her to go with him. He gently tells her that they could have a fresh start. Slowly, the conversation becomes emotional, and the two end up embracing. They spend the whole night together in each other's arms. Olivia sees them sleeping close to each other in the car. Her heart drops, and she feels betrayed, broken, and filled with rage. Without saying a word, she silently steals all the food supplies and leaves the camp alone. The next morning, when Anna and Chris wake up, Chris asks Anna once more if she will go with him to the north. But just like before, she firmly says no. This forest, this camp, holds all her memories of her husband and daughter. She cannot leave them behind. But Chris keeps insisting, trying to persuade her again and again. This time, Anna becomes irritated. She opens the car door and steps out, frustrated. But suddenly, she stops in her tracks. Her eyes widen in shock. The trunk of the car is completely open. All the food supplies have disappeared, and Olivia is nowhere to be found. Both Anna and Chris realize that something is wrong. They have no idea where she went or what happened. They hear screams and rush to look for her. Meanwhile, Olivia is deep in the forest, heading north alone. But her journey is interrupted when a zombie woman suddenly appears in front of her. Terrified, Olivia screams and runs back the way she came. By a stroke of luck, Chris appears and catches up with her, but the zombie woman sees him and attacks. Chris tries to fight her off. Anna also arrives and quickly raises her weapon to help, but then remembers she left the bullets back at the camp. She hits the zombie with the weapon anyway, but it is not enough. Seeing the danger, Chris grabs the weapon from her hands and fights against the zombie. After a struggle, he finally manages to kill her. Then, the story shifts again to Anna's painful past. We see her with her little daughter, who now shows signs of infection. The child is in pain, her condition worsening by the hour. Anna sits beside her, powerless and heartbroken. She blames herself. She knows this happened because she hugged her while still wearing clothes stained with the zombie's blood she had killed. The guilt is unbearable. Anna searches for a solution but finds none. With a heavy heart, Anna finally decides that her daughter, who is suffering so much, needs help. She crushes an aspirin pill, mixes it into powdered milk, and gives it to her daughter. Moments later, her daughter quietly passes away. Anna did this in tears, not because she wanted to, but because she had no other choice. The story reaches a turning point. Chris is ready to leave with Olivia, and once again asks Anna if she will go with them. At first, as always, Anna refuses. She says that her memories of her husband and daughter are tied to this place, and she cannot leave them behind. Chris gently tells her there is nothing left here, Her family is dead and won't come back. He speaks that the place is dangerous and she won't survive alone. After a long pause, Anna finally agrees. She tells him that she has plenty of fuel stored, but still doesn't have enough food. So she decides to go to one last nearby house to gather supplies. The three head to the house. According to the plan, Chris would distract the zombies while Anna and Olivia would enter through the back door to grab food. At first, everything goes as planned, but once inside the kitchen, Olivia suddenly attacks Anna from behind with a heavy object, knocking her unconscious. Olivia steals all the food, and as she leaves, she screams loudly to attract the zombies to the house, hoping they will find Anna and kill her. But she makes a fatal mistake. She forgets to cover herself with urine to mask her human scent. She runs back to Chris and lies, saying that Anna is dead. But soon, the zombies pick up her scent and go after her too. Meanwhile, Anna slowly regains consciousness. She sees the zombies approaching, but doesn't panic. Quickly, she grabs the nearby gallon of urine and pours it over herself, something she has done many times before to mask her scent. She escapes into the forest and heads back to the camp. But as she approaches, her heart drops. The zombies have attacked Chris and Olivia. Without hesitation, she plunges forward and starts taking down the zombies one by one. But soon, she is left with only one bullet. She can only save one of them. After a painful moment of reflection, she decides to save Olivia. Chris is killed by the zombies, and Anna and Olivia barely escape with their lives. As they pull away, Olivia leans her head on Anna's shoulder, feeling the weight of her guilt. She realizes how wicked she has been to Anna and how wrong she was. Anna, on the other hand, is lost in her mourning. Chris is gone, and once again, someone she cared for has been taken from her. She wonders why, in this cruel world, every person she lets into her heart ends up leaving. Overwhelmed by the pain, Anna lets out a deep, broken scream in the silent forest, and with that, the story ends.